Hi everyone, welcome. So there's this trending video online that is posted by a passenger. In that video, the passenger was of course visibly at the airport. I'm not too sure if that airport was Enugu Airport or a Lagos Airport or Abuja Airport. That cannot be Abuja Airport, but it looks like the airline had delayed their movement. Someone, visibly was shouting behind the camera that Enugu Air is now a scam. And it was also saying that since 2 p.m. they haven't boarded the airline, and the airline had refused to respond to their queries. And at the time he was doing this video, it was around 1 a.m. And it was just so unfortunate. I needed to watch this video and tell me what you think.
Enugu Air is not a scam. Enugu Air is not a scam. Let the world see it. Enugu Air is not a scam. Since 1 o'clock in the afternoon up to this time in the midnight, the following morning, Enugu Air is not a scam. Let the world see it. Enugu Air is not a scam. Some people have been clustered at the airport. Enugu Air is not a scam. Let the world see it. Enugu Air is not a scam. How can people be scamming us like this? We are not happy. Enugu Air is not a scam. Since 2 o'clock in the afternoon up to this time, 1 o'clock, people have been waiting. Enugu Air is not a scam. Let the world see it. Let the world see it. People have scammed us. Call whoever you want to call. Enugu Air is not a scam. Let the world see it. Enugu Air is a scam. Unlike previous editions.
All right. It's unfortunate. In as much as I'm not trying to hold brief for any party in this situation, but you could tell that the voice was so angered by the delay. And we also know that these particular delays are not peculiar to Enugu Air. We've seen, people scream about AirPs. We've seen people scream about other airlines, basically, about these delays. And even the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Management has also waded into this matter, and they have also tried to have consistent trainings and meetings regarding these delays. And I know I have also listened to Allen Oyema speak about delays by the airlines. And he said categorically, that day I was stunned when he explained to us that the delays that we see that happen, that you say, oh, you blame the airlines. Do you know these delays are mostly caused by passengers? He broke it down, and that day I was stunned. I have never heard anybody explain the delays that airline experience like that before. I was mad. Are you kidding me? You guys face, if you hear the things that these guys face, the airlines themselves face, you wouldn't blame them. You blame most Nigerians. You blame those who are the passengers. And again, investigations are not yet out. Like I said, I'm not holding brief. I mean, if you are an airline who have promised to move at a particular point in time of the day and you refuse to go at that time, or something happened or some sort of delays happen, you owe it to your passengers to explain to them the reason why that those delays are happening. I'm not holding brief for all airlines in Nigeria or holding brief for Air Peace or Allen Oyema, but I'm just saying that he explained that most of all these delays that happen in the country for airlines are actually done by passengers. But I'm not also oblivious of the fact that airlines are also have their own issues. I mean, if you have a delay issue, you must communicate via email or even via announcement that, look, this has happened, and you are working on it, and something had happened because this happened. Then you either compensate through a layover, or compensate through, if the people want to move anyway, you do the maths, because you are in the same business with these other airlines who are also in that. You can do a mass, a plus and minus between you guys and say, okay, can you take these passengers for me for this period? Then I'll balance you in case you have those same issues. I mean, you guys know how to do this, and that way you would be able to kill off anything that has to do with delays. But I see what I see amongst these airlines is that each other is just trying to outdo themselves, because if I think that I'm not going to go in another 2 hours, I should be able to know, and then maybe meet the other airline and say, hey guys, do you guys have free space to get these guys in? And because you guys play in the same field, you guys can do your balancing end of the month or immediately, so that people can move on with their lives. But these days you don't those kinds of collaborations don't exist. Nigerian airlines wants to outdo each other. In fact, if it is possible that one airline is down so that the other ones can grow, they will do it. This airline just opened this year. We know when it was launched. It hasn't been up to, you know, 3 4 months since it was launched. The minister was there, and it was seamless. And so far, there hasn't been any complaint, even though there's been just one complaint where somebody was booted out of the plane, and it's largely because of the way and manner that he conducted himself. That story I took. Okay, so I believe that that's actually more to this story, and I think that some more investigations should be done, and so to really unravel what the situation is. And I also think that if there are punishments beyond just the issue about the causes, which is sometimes the passengers are the ones that cause the delays. Beyond just that Alan Onyema says, that would he also admit to, if, for instance, there's a delay of any sort, whether it's an hour or two or three, or maybe a 24-hour delay, is it possible that you guys pay compensation, at least a 10% or 20% of the amount that has been paid? That way, you take a share of the responsibility, so that it will stop you people from delaying from deliberately, because sometimes some people are attributing it to your deliberateness in delaying, because if it's not deliberate, how is it that you smile about it, you laugh about it, you don't even apologize to people, whether through email, through text messages, or through your pilot's conversation to your passengers? Why? How come you don't do that? So if beyond just the thought about, this most of the delays are done by passengers, can you commit to compensation and punishment for airlines like yours who delay Nigerians? At least if it is 6 hours, 7 hours. I mean, I can imagine staying in the airport from 2 p.m. and all then stay over till 1 a.m. of the following day. If it was something I was going to go and do in a particular location, I would be saddened. If, for instance, I have something to catch up on, say for 5 o'clock, and I have calculated myself, once I get to the plane by 2, by 3, if it's between Enugu and Lagos, or Lagos to Abuja, by 3 I should be in Abuja and maybe settling into where I'm going to. By 5 I should be attending my meetings or something, and then back to where I actually took off from. But by the time you delay it, and it would have been better. I mean, if you are calculating 2 p.m., for instance, we know that Enugu Air doesn't go to far north. It's just Lagos, Abuja, Enugu, and then Owerri. That's just been recently added. I understand that they're also trying to expand the fleet and also expand the locations. But I mean, if I have that particular situation, for crying out loud, I can get on the road. But these days the roads are not good. Not just that they are not good, they are not even safe. We've seen kidnappings here and there. People are paying through their noses to get their way, into their locations, and then you are delaying them and putting them into this stress. It is not done, and I'm not sure that people should take this for granted or lightly. Something must be done, and be done quickly as well. So I don't know what you think about this. All right, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you as always.